What is up, gamers? Staxwell back at it again today with another market watch. The full set has been spoiled for heavy hitters, and the market does not know how to act with that information. So without further ado, let's just go ahead, jump straight into it here. Valiant Dynamos has just gone absolutely crazy in the last 24 hours. If we look, what is it, like 15, 20 copies have sold. Jump from around the $115 price point to $178. I would give this a little bit of time to like replenish itself on the market. This is just so high because of a recent buyout, but definitely expect this to settle higher than it started. It's definitely going to be higher than that 115 price tag. Totally makes sense. Kasai seems to me like the best hero in the set, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that. Clearly I'm not. Someone is a very big believer in Valiant Dynamos. Codex of Frailty has also been disappeared, specifically the Marvel Codex of Frailty. Cheapest left on the market is $400. Again, same thing. It was selling for like $225, so don't go spending $400 on it. Definitely let it settle again. It'll probably settle back down at like $250, $260, something like that. Iron Song Versus, specifically the cold foil, is moving a lot as well. Cheapest cold foil on the market is $70. Cheapest rainbow on the market is $31. Blood on Her Hands is going back up as well. Cheapest copy period on the market is $12. Cheapest rainbow foil is $15. Again, people are really into this Casai hype, again, myself included. Cash in, a lot of people kind of were cooling off on this card because everyone thought maybe it would be reprinted in heavy hitters. We now know that that is not the case. Cheapest cash in on the market period is $650. I do think if you're going to get it, though, you might as well get the rainbow foil since they're only like $8 each. You might as well just go ahead and make that rarity upgrade just in case it ever does get reprinted. You'll be kind of safe from that. Remembrance, on the other hand, is like totally tanking for some reason. People are forgetting that Victor could be a meta contender. I think he's probably the most slept on hero. I think he's very strong. I think just a lot of people aren't talking about him, and he is a fatigue-oriented hero. So I'm sure whenever his day in the sun comes, Remembrance is going to go crazy. For $4, this card is just criminally undervalued. Spoils of War still going crazy as well. Cheapest copy on the market is like $14, and the cheapest rainbow foil on the market is $24. Absolutely insane stuff. Again, people love Kasai. This makes copper tokens. The copper tokens feed into the Blood on Her Hands. It all kind of makes sense. Toma Fendal, this one actually doesn't make any sense to me. Tons of copies have been moving the last week or so. People even buying foils, and this card's just going crazy. Tons of copies selling. I don't know if it's just like because it's just a good WTR Majestic, this card always sells, or if something specific in the new set turns this on. I don't think so, though. Let me know in the comments down below if I am missing something there. Beast Within just goes up more and more every time we talk about it. Cheapest copy on the market now is $17. Cheapest foil copy on the market is also $17. Intoxicating Shot. This card was like bought out last time we talked about it. The cheapest was like $10. It's back down to reality. Cheapest copy on the market is $4.50, $5. The rainbow foils are still pretty crazy though. Cheapest rainbow foil copies on the market are like $15. Listening Steel Blade. For those who don't know, this is like a Darathia staple. The only place it came in was the Classic Battles Rhinar vs. Darathia. This card is probably the only reason that sealed product didn't totally crash and burn and fail, because there's a price floor on that product because Glistening Steel Blade comes in it. Unfortunately, if you're a Darathia player, you have to have 3 of this card. Cheapest copy on the market is like $27. That's where it's been for quite some time. Tons of copies are moving in the last few days just because of all the new Warrior cards, all the new Warrior hype. So before the card goes too crazy, I just want to bring it to everyone's attention here. Shriek Razors is flying under the radar. The cheapest copy on the market is $11.21, whereas the cheapest cold foil on the market is $41. Arachne is getting support in this upcoming heavy hitter set. I don't know if it's going to make him a meta contender or anything like that. It doesn't seem like it to me, but people are very passionate about this hero and very passionate in telling me how wrong I am about this hero. So it's totally possible. Make your own decisions. Don't be influenced by me or anyone else. If you believe in Arachne and you think he's going to be a good meta contender, I can't imagine the cards are going to be getting any cheaper than this. $11 for a legendary is a pretty good deal. Magnetic Shockwave. People just aren't playing like Dash or Dash IO too much at the moment. So the cheapest Magnetic Shockwave on the market is $18.50, and the cheapest rainbow foil is $25. Van Brandt's of Determination, cheapest rainbow foil on the market, is $9. I did want to bring this card up just because, you know, it is good against Prism. Prism just got that new weapon. A lot of people think Prism is going to be very strong after that. I think that weapon probably wasn't quite enough to put Prism where we want her. It's definitely going to make her like not a buy anymore. It's not like broken by any means. It's just probably aligning her power level wise to the rest of the cast. But if you are afraid of her, or if your deck like loses to her or something like that, Van Brandt's could be very good to kind of play around some of that ward. Cheapest copy on the market is $8. Cheapest cold foil on the market is like $30. Storm Striders, another one no one's looking at. I mean, yeah, there's not really an like a playable wizard, right? Of course, Kano's in the format, but that's it. So if you're not like a Kano guy, and it takes a very like specific flavor of person to be a Kano player because it's just so combo oriented, that gameplay style doesn't appeal to your average player. So yeah, not the most popular card on the market at the moment, but the cheapest copy is $56. Obviously, we're going to get another wizard at some point. And when we do, inevitably, Storm Striders is going to go up. Crater Fist, sad day for Crater Fist bag holders here. Cheapest copy on the market is $10. This was the best in slot Guardian arm piece for years and years, or however long since Crucible of War came out till today. And now the new legendary from Heavy Hitters, of course, is a lot better than Crater Fist. So yeah, this card is kind of just, people are just kind of trying to dump it at the moment. I did kind of save this for last because I do think it's like the biggest story on the market at the moment, and I only want the real ones to know about it, you know what I mean? But you know, obviously like Casai and Brew and Guardian cards are going to be moving, obviously, right, because Heavy Hitters is here. But the one thing probably not as many people are talking about is Maxx. All of the Maxx cards are going crazy. Like we talked about some Mechanologist cards that aren't going crazy. They're even going down, right? Magnetic Shockwave, Heist, Twin Drive, all those cards are like at all-time lows. But if we look at Maxx, the cold foil Maxx himself, going up. It's up at $100 now. I did a market watch on this card a couple weeks ago. It's at $70. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look here. And, you know, it's even selling for $100. Like, people are liking this card. So if we dig a little bit deeper into the Maxx cards, we talked about the cold foil Hybrid Driver token last time. Last time we did a market watch, which was just a few days ago, mind you. And prior to that market watch, the most expensive one that ever sold was $40. After that market watch, they are selling for $125 now. And then, you know, a further piece of evidence here, Construct Nitro Mechanoid, cheapest copy on the market, $40. This is for the rainbow foil. The cold foil is only $46. If you're going to get it, you might as well get the cold foil. But look at all the copies that have sold in just the last couple days here. There are some Maxx believers out there. If you're a Maxx believer or an aspiring Maxx believer, check out my Maxx Mastery guide that I did on the channel. A lot of good info in there. I am very fond of the hero. So I am a firm believer in it myself. So yeah, it does kind of make me happy to see other people picking up the hero and giving him a chance. Last thing I want to talk about is the cold foil Eloquence token. You guys liked the Hybrid Driver token so much, I had to come back and remind you guys of another token that exists. I think most people just like forgot the Hybrid Driver token existed. So I do want to talk about the Eloquence token as well. Cheapest cold foil on the market is $75. There is a couple up here, not a lot. There's only like 5 up here for a reasonable price, and then it's gone forever. Well, not forever, but, you know, until someone lists another one. But yeah, this card will probably, like, be good at some point, right? Like, the contingent is Vincett's not very good at the moment. And then, obviously, Vincett's not the only thing that could ever use an Eloquence token. There could be more ways in the future to produce Eloquence tokens. You know, all it takes is one expansion slot card to send a card like this going crazy. And even if we don't get anything in the future, you know, currently, Eloquence token isn't the worst token in the game. And yeah, whenever it does become good, this is just going to be totally disappeared in memory hold. People are even going to forget it even existed. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe, and help the algorithm help me out just a little bit later, gamers.